there is a dangerous illusion that traps almost everyone. We believe intelligence is about having the right answers, speaking with confidence, or collecting endless knowledge. But history tells a different story. The individuals who quietly shaped kingdoms, built empires, and influenced generations possess something far more valuable. They understood the hidden patterns that govern human behavior, recognized opportunities long before others noticed them, and refused to become prisoners of emotion or appearance. They learned that the greatest advantage is not strength, talent, or luck, but perception. Because the moment you begin seeing what everyone else overlooks, everything changes. It begins when you realize that reality hides behind appearances. 1. Reality behind appearances. The greatest mistake people make is believing what they immediately see. Confidence can be a disguise for insecurity. Kindness can hide ambition, and loud certainty often masks deep confusion. Those who rely only on appearances become easy to mislead because they confuse performance with reality. Train yourself to observe patterns instead of promises. Watch how people behave when they gain power, face pressure, or believe no one is watching. Human nature reveals itself through repeated actions, not carefully chosen words. The person who learns to see beneath the surface gains an advantage long before others realize the game has begun. 2. Master your emotions before they master you. Every uncontrolled emotion gives away a piece of your power. Anger clouds judgment, fear shrinks possibilities, and the need for approval quietly hands control of your decisions to others. True strength is not the absence of emotion, but the ability to remain clear while emotions rise. When you pause instead of reacting, you begin seeing opportunities hidden inside conflict and mistakes hidden inside success. A calm mind notices details that panic overlooks, allowing better decisions under pressure while everyone else is trapped by impulse, frustration, or temporary feelings. 3. Read human nature. Not just words are often chosen to create an impression, but behavior exposes intention. People naturally reveal their priorities through the decisions they repeat, the excuses they make, and the situations they avoid. Instead of becoming distracted by promises or polished communication, pay attention to incentives, habits, and emotional reactions. Notice what someone protects when challenged and what they pursue when no reward is guaranteed. The more accurately you understand what motivates people beneath the surface, the less likely you are to be surprised, manipulated, or disappointed by their actions and shifting loyalties in different circumstances. 4. Silence is a greater weapon than speech. Most people rush to explain themselves because silence makes them uncomfortable. Yet every unnecessary word reveals information, weakens mystery, and gives others material to judge or exploit. Strategic silence creates space for observation, allowing people to reveal more than they intended while you remain in control of your own position. Listening carefully often teaches far more than speaking confidently. A measured response carries greater weight than constant conversation because restraint suggests confidence, discipline, and patience. The person who speaks only with purpose often influences a room more than the one who never stops talking. 5. Patience defeats impulse. Every time the desire for immediate results has become one of the greatest weaknesses of modern thinking. Most people abandon good opportunities because they cannot tolerate slow progress or delayed rewards. Patience is not passive waiting, but disciplined timing. It allows you to gather information, recognize changing conditions, and act when the odds are in your favor rather than when emotions demand movement. Every meaningful achievement requires the ability to resist shortcuts and temporary excitement. Those who remain composed while others rush often gain the strongest position because they choose their moment instead of being controlled by urgency. 6. Guard your attention like a fortress. Your attention shapes your thinking, and your thinking shapes your future. Every distraction competes for your focus because whoever controls your attention gradually influences your decisions. Endless notifications, constant entertainment, and unnecessary arguments consume mental energy that could be invested in learning, creating, or improving. Protecting your attention requires choosing carefully what deserves your time and what should be ignored without guilt. A focused mind sees opportunities that distracted people overlook and solves problems with greater clarity. The quality of your life is often determined by where your attention consistently chooses to remain. 7. Embrace uncomfortable truths. Before others do, growth begins the moment you stop protecting comforting illusions. Most people avoid difficult truths because they threaten pride, certainty, or familiar habits. Dangerously smart individuals move in the opposite direction, searching for facts that challenge their beliefs instead of confirming them. They would rather face temporary discomfort than live inside a false sense of security. Every honest realization becomes a chance to adapt before circumstances force change. The sooner you recognize weaknesses, flawed assumptions, or hidden risks, the sooner you gain the freedom to improve while others remain trapped by denial and wishful thinking. 8. Become adaptable, never predictable. The world constantly changes, and rigid thinking eventually becomes a liability. Intelligent people remain grounded in their principles while staying flexible in their methods. They learn from every success, every failure, and every unexpected challenge without becoming attached to a single approach. Predictable behavior allows others to anticipate your actions, while adaptability keeps you one step ahead of changing circumstances. Instead of resisting change, study it, prepare for it, and use it to your advantage. The ability to adjust without losing direction becomes a lasting source of strength, resilience, and quiet influence over time. Turn every setback into strategic advantage. Failure only becomes permanent when you refuse to study it. Every setback contains information that success often hides, revealing weak decisions, overlooked risks, or habits that quietly limit your progress. Instead of reacting with frustration or self-pity, examine every mistake with curiosity and discipline. Ask what it teaches, what it exposes, and how it can strengthen your next move. People who transform adversity into knowledge become increasingly difficult to defeat because each challenge sharpens their judgment. Over time, their greatest advantages are built from experiences that once appeared to be their biggest obstacles. Think long-term. While others chase the moment, most people sacrifice tomorrow for today's comfort, choosing immediate pleasure over lasting progress. Those who consistently think beyond the present develop patience, discipline, and clearer priorities that compound over time. Every decision becomes part of a larger strategy instead of an emotional reaction to the moment. They invest in knowledge, skills, relationships, and character because these assets continue growing long after temporary rewards disappear. While others become trapped in short-term thinking and constant distraction, long-term vision creates steady momentum, stronger resilience, wiser decisions, and opportunities that only reveal themselves through consistent preparation. Being dangerously smart is not about becoming colder, louder, or more ruthless than everyone around you. It is about developing the discipline to see clearly when others are distracted by emotion, appearances, and short-term thinking. Every lesson you've heard today points toward the same transformation. Observe before reacting, understand people before trusting words, protect your attention, welcome uncomfortable truths, adapt when circumstances change, and treat every setback as an education rather than a defeat. Intelligence becomes powerful only when it changes the way you perceive the world. The more clearly you understand yourself, human nature, and the hidden forces behind everyday decisions, the less control circumstances have over you. That is the difference between simply surviving life and quietly shaping your own future. The future belongs to those who think beyond the moment, because long-term vision creates steady momentum, stronger resilience, wiser decisions, and opportunities that only reveal themselves through consistent preparation. If this challenged the way you think, don't let the lesson end here. Subscribe for more videos that sharpen your mind instead of simply entertaining it. And tell me in the comments, which of these 8 ruthless lessons changed the way you see people or yourself the most?